nothing bad or anything.
I
Just straight up
know.
like, oh, gotta be a grown-up.
I know,
And speaking
right?
of grown-ups, here's the children's fighting game for our first match of the evening. Who do we have
It
for
is
this one?
DG and AtomicTube. I'm actually not familiar with either, but I do see a Banjo. So I applaud AtomicTube for the efforts, man. I feel like Banjo is a really tough character to, like... It's hard to be a Banjo fan, to be honest, when it comes to this game. But I don't know, I guess he has some cool stuff. He has eggs and grenades and stuff.
Oh, I take it back. I take it back. I don't like the stream voodoo thing. I went full screen and now half the HUD is like... I can't see half of the HUD. It's like cutting off at the top and the bottom.
Alright, man. Go easy on stream voodoo. It allows us to do magic.
Yeah, sure. Alright, but I just sure I'm like you said DQ. What is the tag at the top
DG.
left?
Did I say DQ? If I did, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you didn't say DQ. I can't see half of the letters.
Oh, alright, no, it's DG with the little
DG and AtomicTube.
squiggle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, beautiful. Oh, this is actually not good at all. I gotta minimize this because I can't see the stock count, real talk. That's actually really important. Hold on. There we go. Okay. So, DG, AtomicTube, both not taking a stock yet. Understandable. Banjo's the kind of character who, like, you really gotta work to take stocks with this character. Like, right there is how you do it. And, I mean, emphasis on the word work. Obviously, he has that, but for the most part, like, he needs to get it really high percent for you to be able to do that. That berry is really easy to match out of.
Yeah, some of the berries are pretty like they're reliable in this game. Some more than others. Banjo's, it's the problem is he has like weird. I mean, not super weird follow-ups, but yeah, you're right. You can totally mash out of it. Like that is more so than you can mash out of other people's. But in any case, not really gonna matter for AtomicTube because he's looking to extend the lead. But I don't know, man. I mean, Charizard. Oh wait, never mind. Take it back. I was gonna say Charizard. You're at 135. Like there's a lot of ways that you die. So I think if DG just starts throwing out the bears, or honestly even a fair. Now is going to be a good time to do that because it's looking like it's going to start being... Okay, yeah, that was just a...
Yeah. I'd like to give you all the friendly reminder that Charizard does, in fact, have Wonder Wing. Except for him, it's not limited. So, if anything, I figured, like, he would have used one or two of those to try to take the stock. He never whipped out the Flare Blitz, like, once, if I'm being completely honest. And as a result, AtomicTube is doing a pretty good job at just, like, getting the oppression session in on this Pokemon trainer. There's the forward air. Finally gonna do it right there, but not without a whole stock lead to overcome that. This is where it gets a little rough, in my opinion. I feel like the wall of Banjo, when he's actually up, is where it gets kind of annoying. This is where he's gonna be just, like, plucking eggs from pretty much from the front and the back to keep you at bay in the neutral. And when you're already up a stock as Banjo, like, that wall just becomes a little more annoying to deal with. So, I'm interested to see how, like, DG is going to be able to close the gap.
Yeah, I think, honestly, like, even on that second stock, it seemed like a little bit of, I don't know if it's impatience or more just aggression coming from DG, but in either case, AtomicTube kind of ate it up. But DG has slowed things down, at least enough so to close his lead down to just one stock. It was definitely a lot bigger not that long ago. But definitely within the range here, and I kind of like what DG's doing. I mean, he's mostly just playing the camping game, but does have to keep in mind that Wonder Wing does kind of want you to do the camping game. And he is at that percent now where he would die from it, so does have to be careful. Charizard is out, which is probably a good choice.
Yeah, no, it was a good choice. I mean, he actually up-beat directly through the little jump pad there. That wouldn't have worked if he was playing Squirtle or Ivysaur. Of course, it wouldn't have worked either, I don't think, at the very least. So yeah, and as far as, like, first of all, the camping game is already relatively... Okay. Oh, there you go. I was going to say off the table for DG, but that is apparently not the case, as he's going to take that stock with the up air. Yeah, no, I totally get what you're saying in terms of Wonder Wing sort of being able to close the gap against that sort of camping strategy. But he was down. He was down before anyway. He was down bad. So he was down really bad. So he wasn't going to be able to camp anyway. You know, you're the one who's behind. You're the one who's technically forced to approach. So that wasn't exactly in the heart of the cards for him either, Chris.
No, it wasn't. The thing is like that move is, I feel like, designed for you to camp and then just ruin your time for it. It's what makes that move annoying. It's the fact that that move only has 5 uses per stock. It's 5, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it only has 5 uses per stock. Does severely limit it, but it's kind of the character, sadly, for Banjo. But I don't know, man. In any case, didn't really matter because I don't know. Was that an SD at the end? I just
yes, it was.
Okay, yeah. Which is a shame, because I feel like AtomicTube was starting to figure something out, and I won't be surprised if he kind of goes back to a little bit of the camp strategy, unless he's changing characters. It's also possible. I'm unfamiliar with AtomicTube, so that could happen.
Yeah, I'm unfamiliar with either of these players except for what we just saw, of course, and the stage counter pick coming in out right now. Doesn't look like that was long enough to change characters. And obviously, thank you,
Musty.
Yeah, thank you, Musty, for the follow. We appreciate that. Yeah, no character switches, no nothing. We are sticking with the Banjo for AtomicTube and the Pokemon Trainer for DG. This is I was gonna say, what do I want to see here from? What do I want to see here from DJ? I mean, I definitely don't want to see SDs. That's the first part.
That much is certain, yeah.
Yes, that much is certainly certain right there. Starting with the Squirtle right here. Probably going to try and tack on a little bit of damage. I mean, Banjo is relatively good size for combo food like Squirtle for sure, but the question is if DG is going to be able to get in this matchup. I mean, you know, I feel like Pokemon Trainer is a pretty good pick for a character like Banjo. He's got Charizard, of course, for their survivability, and, like, dealing with Wonder Wing is a pretty rough... Dealing with Wonder Wing, especially on Wi-Fi, when there's, like, extra frames where you can't react to it, is a pretty rough thing. Like, you saw how far he got launched to Squirtle right there. He's only at, like, 68%. At the very least, you know, like, he can rack on damage with Squirtle, and he's got a big character like Charizard to enable survivability against Banjo, because there are a lot of characters in this game who don't exactly have both of those things going up against him.
Yeah, I think a lot of people get a little nervous to use, like, Squirtle. I mean, obviously at these percents, because Squirtle's just a small turtle and dies easy. But, alright, yeah, that fair is going to clean it out. But the thing is about Squirtle is, especially in these particular circumstances where you have Banjo who has all these projectiles and sort of keeping the distance and attacking on the damage, like, Squirtle's basically great for that. It's just kind of like, you know, break all that up. Gets in, gets all the combo damage. Makes things kind of manageable, but I do see a lot of Pokemon Trainer players that just aren't comfortable straight up with the character.
Yeah.
It could spiral out of control like, quickly.
And I gotta say, what I'm seeing from DG so far is I feel like he's somehow like playing a little... I feel like he's playing too hesitant for the most part. Like, in pretty much both like the air and ground game, if I'm being completely honest. Like, he had Banjo off the level, just like chopping up with the egg as the back air is finally gonna take the stock. And he kind of just didn't swing at him. Banjo was above the platform, the right platform on Town and City, and as we all know, the platforms in this game are just not good. You don't have very many options to get off of them, and just being in the air and smash is generally a bad thing. And you're Charizard, so what is the risk-reward in that favor? You got Banjo, like, just pooping out his egg at the top right corner as that Wonder Wing takes the stock, and you're not gonna swing at him? Come on, I mean, we saw the back air come out later on, but I feel like he's being a little too hesitant with that, as well as just kind of staying in the air too long and letting AtomicTube swing at him for free, which is not something you should really be letting a character like Banjo doing. A character like Banjo do, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. You know what, I do appreciate that DG actually kept Squirtle out for a little bit, did get some percent there, like, so at least did something. I do think it looked like maybe not super comfortable with all the Squirtle combos that they happened kind of quick, but in any case, it was enough to give him a nice little head start on the second stock, and an opportunity to really even things up here if he could really just find anything with, the smart move. Honestly, I think you're right, Nintunist. Like, why not just, like, Flare Blitz at this point? Like,
exactly.
Like, just go for it,
I have
dude.
Not seen him use Flare Blitz a single time.
No!
Not the second game, too.
You know, yeah, I think there's a classic. I think there's a classic case of just like DG sort of, you know, like for all we know, this could be like one of his first tournaments, or you know, it doesn't come out a lot. But like it's kind of in moments like that you just sort of like, I don't know, like you just learn as simple as just like watching your inputs, or you know, I know online is online, but
you're really gonna do yourself like that, DG.
It's a shame because yeah, he was doing a good job. Like, he was doing the thing.
Your character has wings.
Yeah,
Use
that's
them
the
to
other.
fly.
I mean, to be.
I just want to fly. Oh, I'm gonna get dibs here. Sorry. Shit.
Oh, great.